Pokemon Infinite Fusion has over 175,000 combinations of Pokemon that you can fuse. Thousands of these fusions have amazing custom sprites made by members of the community. For the remainder of the fusions, though, the game has a program to generate fusions automatically. These generated fusions work some of the time, but others, well... Oh god, the horrors. In my playthrough of this game, I want to do my best to rescue these creatures by giving them some proper custom sprites. So, I'm going to challenge myself to do a Nuzlocke of Infinite Fusion while making custom sprites for my team members who need them. I'll also be randomizing the game so I can find some more uncommon combinations. Here are the rules. Number 1, I can only catch the first Pokemon I encounter in each area. Number 2, all of my Pokemon must be fused with the first available partner. Number 3, Pokemon cannot be unfused, but they can be reversed fused with the item that lets you do that. Number 4, every Pokemon fusion in my party must have a custom sprite. If they don't have one, then I will make my own. Although I will be implementing a clause for this, that if a fusion spends 5 levels or less as its current form, I can choose to skip making a sprite. This will be for my sanity. Rule number 5, if a Pokemon faints, it's considered dead and can no longer be used. Number 6, the battle mode must be on set. And number 7, my Pokemon cannot level up past the next gym leader's level cap. I'm allowing myself to use items in battle because I think the randomizer will be hard enough already. Plus, I am not very good at Pokemon strategy, as I'm sure you'll see. As the game begins, I name my rival the Machine, and then I go down to Oak's lab to get my starter Pokemon. But before that, apparently the Machine told this person not to give me a map. Well, good on you for standing up for the little guy. When I get to the lab, my starter choices are Venonat, Torchic, and Snubbull. I choose Torchic since I know I'll have to fight the other 2 starters when the Machine fuses them together. And what do you know? The Machine's starter fusion is a computer-generated one. I guess that's fitting. I'm able to defeat the machine-generated fusion without too much difficulty. After delivering Oak's parcel and all that stuff, I go on to Route 1 to find a fusion partner for my Torchic. My first encounter is a Paris. That probably won't be a very strong fusion with Torchic, but I'm excited to see what I can make when I fuse these things together. My choice is between this cute bug fire type and this misshapen grass and fire type. But well, since Brock is coming up and I don't want a 4x weakness to him, I decide to go for the one on the left. But that means I'll have to make my own custom sprite. So I open up Clip Studio Paint and get started. While looking up different types of mushrooms, I learned that there's actually one called Chicken of the Woods. Not only that, it's orange and yellow, like Torchic. So I figured that was a very good reference to use. Now all that I have to do is import the sprite into the game. Let's see if it works. Nice. Now that my Pokemon's fused, I give it a nickname, which is Collage. Then in the Pokemart, I get a gift Pokemon, which ends up being Pyukumuku. Unfortunately, even though it's a water type, Pyukumuku doesn't learn any attacking moves, so it's not going to be that useful into Brock. Thankfully though, I catch a Shuppet on the next route to fuse it with. so at least now it has some attacks. Even though this fusion doesn't have a sprite that's programmed into the game, I made sure to check the Pokemon Infinite Fusion Discord to see if someone else had already made this sprite, because that would make my job a lot easier. Luckily for me, someone did actually already make a Shuppet and Pyukumuku fusion. So that's a lesson for you. If you're playing Infinite Fusion and you really wish that one of your Pokemon had a custom sprite, go check the Discord, someone might have already done it. I named my Pukupet Dai, and hopefully that won't be a premonition. My next encounter is a Happiny on Route 2. Next, I go fight my rival by the Pokemon League. I get a little spooked when he sends out a Shedinja fusion, but luckily it was weak to fire. And then in Viridian Forest, I find a Spearow disguising as a mushroom. Even though Happiny and Spearow don't have a custom sprite, this is where I'm going to use my 5-level clause. If you have an Oval Stone, then you can just evolve Happiny in 1 level. I find my way to the secret forest on Route 1, where I encounter a Magbat. Unfortunately though, I only have 3 Pokeballs. It takes a while, but eventually I find a Happiny holding an Oval Stone. Oh yeah, I also found a shiny. I then evolve my Hapro into Chanro, which means I can now go make a new sprite for it. Canvas is a good addition to the team, and I'm excited about what I can do with Serene Grace, but she's also weak to rock types, which is concerning. I go to Route 3 to catch a new Pokemon, hoping for something good against rock. To make things even worse, last Janus sends out an Axchar, which knows Dragon Rage. I didn't realize that it had that move, so Die dies. And hopefully that won't be a premonition. Thankfully, Canvas's Chansey DNA gives it more than 40 HP, so I can stall with potions until it decides to use other moves. If it weren't for Canvas, I'm sure I would have lost the run here. Now all of my party have rock weaknesses, so I'm getting pretty nervous. Since Mount Moon is blocked off, my only encounter left is the Magikarp you can buy in the Pokemon Center, which turns out to be a Tyrogue. I fuse it with Ladybug to make a bug fighting type, which is a 4x flying weakness, but at least it has no rock weakness. I check the Infinite Fusion Discord to see if anyone has already made this fusion, and I find this. Well, this is technically a custom sprite, but I know nothing about Miraculous Ladybug. Do I use a reference to a show I've never watched, or do I spend half an hour making my own sprite? Welcome to the team, Costume! But even though Costume is a fighting type, it won't learn any fighting moves until level 16, and its stats are pretty bad. So, when Brock makes me pick 2 Pokemon to fight, I take Collage and Canvas instead. I hope I made the right choice. start with Canvas, who uses Charm to lower the Cranithy's attack. I don't want to deal with confusion, so I switch to Collage. I get lucky with the useless metronome, and finish off the weird little creature. Next is Jewel Knight, which thankfully just uses Water Gun and Bite. Effect Spore eventually triggers, and the battle's won, giving me my first gym badge. Honestly, it went much smoother than I expected. As I leave, I realize the dialogue trigger for these trainers doesn't go away, so I use them to farm some validation. I don't think I'm hotter than Brock, but I'll take the compliment. After that, I use the Wonder Trade ticket to get... another Torchic fusion. Well, since this isn't a normal Pokemon game, I'm actually not using a duplicates clause. So Sharpie the Torbat is added to the team. Before I end this video, let's do one more encounter in Mount Moon. It's an Exiglet. Excellent. I named them Tempera, which is a paint that used to be made from eggs, and I think I'm gonna have fun making this sprite. So this is where I'll be ending part 1 of this challenge. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, consider leaving a like or a comment. If I get a positive response to this video, then I'll make more parts in the series. If you want to use any of the sprites I've made here, I've submitted them to the Infinite Fusion team to be used in future sprite packs. Or if you don't want to wait for that, you can download them directly from my link in the description. Importing custom sprites into this game is incredibly easy. All you have to do is insert the files into this folder here. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a good day. Bye bye!